Angel and Ananya, did you all check the answer sheet, students? For the mistakes, tell me. Test paper, evening. Okay. See, everything I've told you all, students. Friday I told you all what to study. Saturday, Sunday. If you all were busy studying other subjects, not studying, not practicing maths, it is your mistake. I'm telling it for the students. Angel and Ananya have sent. Apart from those students, other students. So I can't correct it now. We don't have time. Now again, back to back, I'll conduct classes. I knew Friday itself. I knew Friday itself when I sent the paper. Is Delicia online? Anya, can you respond? Anya, are you there online? Where's your answer sheet? Didn't send it or didn't do? How long? No, I think you haven't done anything, Anya. If you have done, you would have sent it. Yesterday itself, I told you all, even if you do 2 or 3 minutes to send it, students. Night I had time. Without that, you should have sent. Whatever you have done, you have completed till yesterday, you should have sent it. See, I know. What did I tell you on Friday? I mentioned 4 students' names, 3 or 4. Delicia, Anya, Dia, and Kia. Okay, in that Kia was answering. I told I'm worried about Delicia, Dia, and Anya because your performance. I'm not able to hear the answer. Test paper, you didn't send homeworks. You all weren't able to do. The same thing happened. I thought you all three will send it late, but still now you all haven't sent it. I mean, today only Kia and Dia had sent. What about Delicia? You sent it? Do one thing. Delicia send it to Anya. Anya send it to Delicia. Both of you will correct one on each other paper. That's the punishment, students. Correct your own papers and give marks. So even you all have to understand. Hmm? Or 24/7, I should keep waiting for you all to send the paper so that I can correct. When I have work, right? So yesterday I sent night around what time did I correct? Angel, Anya, 11 o'clock, 10 or 10:30, 11 o'clock I corrected. 11, 12 I guess. And even today morning, whoever sent yesterday, today morning I corrected. What is the students? Now Sunday I won't have time after this class. Till until evening I won't have time. I won't be free. Then again evening we have class. Fine. Even evening I have to conduct. And mm, Angel, did you go through rational numbers? Yesterday morning you didn't attend. I completed rational numbers. You just practice that. You'll get questions for 6 to 7 marks. So whatever you'll have skipped, revise it, students. See that compound interest 2 questions. You will definitely get 2 questions in compound interest, students. I'll teach all that, and I'll start. Okay, if not, when shall I start this one? Area perimeter. Evening or now? Now I'll start area and perimeter. Sorry, circumference. Okay. Evening I'll discuss the answer sheet, students. Anyways, only 4 students didn't send. 6 students have sent. You'll know the mistakes, right? Where you all have gone wrong. Ananya, Angel. Okay, try to correct that. Evening I'll discuss the answer sheet. And after that, I'll do triangles and midpoint. Only the important ones I'll do. Other things we can skip. Whoever wants can attend evening. I'll do up to 1:32. It might go here. So even today I gave all time, students. Today the reason I conducted 11:40, I would have started at 11 o'clock. I thought you all will send the paper. I have to correct. I waited. No point. It's time. Okay, we'll start with compound interest. Those remaining questions. Can you see the screen, all of you? Okay, whoever hasn't done it, Delicia, Anya, complete it. And later evening I'll revise it, students. Evening I'll solve the test paper. You all check the answers. Okay. If you all want, you all check. If not, skip. Or this time, if you all don't score, next time study well and score. That's it. Fine. Tell me the formula. Amount is equals to P into 1 plus the power of n. Now here they'll ask you amount. They'll ask you to find principal. They'll ask you to find rate. Okay. And when all these questions, Bhargavi, did you check your answer sheet? Yeah, I think you had skipped 2 or 3 questions. You didn't do it. Even Abigail, only 2 mains you have sent Abigail. 3 mains, I think. Why remaining mains? Even you didn't send yesterday. Only 3 mains I got. Why didn't you send the remaining ones? See later. That's what I was telling. It is not possible to correct students. I won't have time. Okay, send it. You'll send after this class. Try it and send. If I have time, I'll correct. If not, when I discuss, you'll try it. You'll have to do it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there is this important growth and depreciation. You'll definitely get one question. Before that, see, using formula, you'll know how to solve these questions, right? When there are different percentage, different percent. Other things, just skip the students. Just skip compound interest, what sum will give. From here, it is important. Only the important ones will solve. What sum will amount to. Look at the 11th question. 10th and 11th and 12th is same. Look at the 12th one. What sum? Can you all see the screen, all of you? Those who joined late. Okay. What sum of money will amount to? What sum will amount to? After the word amount to is given. I mean, after amount to, whatever is given, what do you take as? That's amount. 93170. What sum? What do you mean by sum? Principal will amount to. What is the time period? So here, don't use first year, second year, third year calculation, students. Have they asked any middle year calculation? Any in between calculation? They have directly asked us price, right? Principal. They have directly asked principal PL or PELE. Okay. They directly asked us to find principal. So P is missing here. 1 plus. What is it? 10 by to the power of P. Next, if you want to find P, what are the other things you have to shift? The entire thing you have to shift it below, right? And Dia, this is not the test paper which I sent, right? What is this you have sent? Which one is this? Okay, this only 2 mains you did, Dia. Fine, solve this, students. 93170 is equals to P. How do you solve this? Take LCM. 1 plus 10 by 100. What's LCM we get? 11 by 10 to the power of P, right? Now 93170. Don't shift it until you solve. Don't shift it. How many times you have to multiply 11? 10? 8 times. See, all this chapter I didn't conduct test, students. 4 chapters I didn't conduct. Okay, instead of that, just practice now. Don't need test on this. Practice. Later, I'll give you all a few questions. Night, you all can practice. Okay, so just skip. Don't need to do this. But you'll definitely get questions here. Cross multiply 93170 into 10 into 10 into 10 divided by 11 into 11 into 11 is equals to. Understood how to solve? Just do this. See, we don't have time. I'll just quickly show you. Calculation part, you'll do it later. So here we need to find principal. Write the formula. Okay. So look here. 93170 into 10 cube is 1000 divided by 11 cube is 1331. What's the answer? Principal is equals to 70,000. So calculate in exam 70,000. You'll get 70. Even if you're, this is 3 marks, students. Even if you're not able to calculate, there's time. You do it till here, you'll get 2 marks. Okay. Till there, 2 marks. Just to solve this entire thing, you'll get 1 mark extra. Principal, rupees. And one more thing, principal is rupees, right? Rupees 7,000. Next. How do you find interest? Amount they've asked. Amount is given. Principal we found. How do you find interest? Which formula we use? Amount is only one formula we use. Remember this. There's only one formula. Amount is equals to what? P plus I. Amount is equals to 93170. Principal is 7,000. Subtracted. If you subtract, what do you get? 2,000. 23,170 is the answer. Understood? Okay. Now, principal. See, all this time I taught you all. We solved amount. Yesterday we solved amount question to find amount using formula. Now, principal. We have done using principal. Next. Amount is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the whole power n. So amount related type I solved, students. Principal we did now. What are the other two things left which we need to calculate? Questions based on rate and time. It's based on rate and time. Okay. Now look at the 19th question. I'll see whatever is important that will solve. 19th question. What is given? In what? So we have to find time. Will 5,000 to 120 amount to 7290, which is amount and which is principal is 5,000, amount is, so what sum in what time period will they will give a certain amount. Remember that will not be interest, student. That is always principal amount to. What is the rate given? Convert it to 25 by 2%. So what do you have to find here? Rate or time? Time. Now look here. This is bit tricky. You should use square root concept. Now we need to find time. Use the same formula, amount. Use the same formula. What is amount value? 7290 is equals to rate. What is principal? 5120. 1 plus what is rate given? 2 into 100 to the whole power n. Where is n given, students? Left hand side or right hand side? So keep this. Yes, n is on the bracket. Keep this as it is. This p shifted below. What do you get? 7290 divided by. Okay. Now solve this in the working column. Solve it in the working column. 1 plus 25. Just practice this. You'll be able to score full marks at compound interest. You'll get only these type of questions. 2 into 100. Reduce. 25 ones are 25 4. You'll get 1 plus 1 by 8. Take LCM. 25 ones are 25 4. 1 by 8. 8 ones are 8. 9 by n remains as it is. Right? Okay. Important concept, student. Most important thing. Left hand side, reduce it. See, x square is equals to 9. If I want to find x value, what happens to the square? Other side becomes square root Okay, that is one concept. Next, let me write n here. N, x to the power of n is equals to 9. Fine? No, no, 3 to the power, sorry, 3 to the power of n. 3 to the power of n, we need to find the value of n, students. How do you find the value of n? You have to make the base equal, right? So 3 to the power of n. Could you make this 9? No, not 9 the whole square. I need 3, 3 the whole square. Can you see 3 and 3 are equal? So what's the value of n? Yes, in the same way, here what they have asked us to find? N value. So we need some value here, right? To the whole powers, we can compare it, right? Reduce this 0 and 0. 729 divided by 518, 512. I'll tell you how to find. It's very simple. Look at 3 to the power of n is equals to 9. Now, in order to get right hand side 3, you take this 3 and divide. 9 divided by 3. What do you get? 9 divided by 3? 3 threes are. So what's the base we get? So 3. In the same way, what is given here, students? 720. Take 729. Use 9 and factorize. Don't take other number. For 729, which number is given here? 9. Factorize this. Take 512 and take 8 and factorize. This is how we find time period. Complete it. Write it neatly. Don't scribble. Mute the call, students. Mute the call. Instead of background noise. N. Whenever you need to find time period n value, this is how you are supposed to do it. Yes, how long to complete? 9 into how many times? 81. Then 9 into, not 9 into 1. How many times? 9 to the power of 3. Then complete 8. Try it for 8. See, if you do it for 1, you will definitely get 8 to the power of 3. Remember that. 8 to the power of what? What is common to them? 3 is common. 8 to the power of 3. So you can write it as 9 by 8 to the power of full cube. Can you see 9 and 8 are same? Just ignore. What is the value of n? So what's the time period? 3 years. 3 years. 3 years is the answer. Yes. Now you all can complete it. Write it step by step. 1 minute. 7, 9. Did you all understand how to solve? All of you all understood? Okay, you all do it now. Don't look at the screen, students. Problem is you'll just sit and copy. Then when I conduct test without revision, you'll try to do get wrong answers. Okay, try it. I'll show the answer later. A certain amount of money. At what rate? Okay. Check the answers one. Correct. All of you got the answer in one. Okay. Done. Deliciania, Dia. Okay. Now other calculation, do it in the same way, students. Divide, multiply, do all the calculation. What if you get the value like this? Now you all have to answer. How do you calculate it? Zeros. Which one you have to take? You have to take 11 and factorize 1331. You'll get 11 cube. You'll get 7 cube. So what will be the answer? N is equals to 3. This is 1. You might get it like this. It's not only 3 years, students. It can be even 4 years. Look at, I'll tell for 2 and 4 years. What if you get 3 by 4? They'll give 3 by 4. 81 divided by 256. Now, do you know whether it is 1, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? Alright. Divide this. What do you get? 81 factor of 3. How many times it goes? Look at, I'll do 3 into how many times? Then 3 into 9. 3 threes are to the power of what? 4. If this is 3 to the power of 4, 4 will definitely be 4 to the power of. So what will be in value? 4 years. That's it, 4 years. And for 2, now can you tell what value they might give on the left hand side if it's for 2 years? What will you get? Left hand side. No, no. Correct. 9 by 16 will be 3 by 4 the whole. Make the denominator C. This is for time period student. For rate it is, yes, tell me. Hmm. No, factorization is not required. Without doing factorization, what will you do? How will you do it, Kia? If you know directly, you can do it. You can do it directly. Yeah, factorization is not required. If you all try to do it directly, sometimes it might go wrong. See, for normal question students, 9 by 16, isn't it easy to solve? Don't need to factorize. If it is more value, then definitely you have to factorize. So time period is done. Time period question is done. One rate question. Amount is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the whole power n. Sometimes they'll ask you to find interest. Interest student. So don't use compound interest formula. Remember, if they tell you to find interest, don't use interest formula. Always find which one? Always find amount. Then you'll have amount with you. For example, amount you'll have 1000. Principal will be 800. Then you can find compound interest. What is compound interest? Amount minus principal. 1000 minus 800. 200 is the answer. Remember, compound interest formula is bit tough to solve. Don't use compound interest formula. Use amount formula. Next one. So amount is done, principal is done, time is done, rate question. Where you have to find rate. Rate is inside the bracket. That part is bit tough to calculate. 17 and 18 question. It depends on rate students, 17 and 18. We'll do the 18th one. 17th one you can try. So look, 17th one has how many years? What's the time period for 17? For 18, I'll solve the tough one. 3 years question. At what rate percent? Tell me what is amount and principal. Amount is okay, 3000 into 1 plus rate by 100 to the whole power n is 3. Okay, this is which one? 18th one. 17th one, tell me the 17th one students. Which is amount? 17th one. 290 is equal to 6000. 250 into 1 plus r by 100 to the whole power. So we'll simultaneous try both. Let me keep this right hand side. Right later. This is 17th one. Write the formula. Okay. Write the formula. And when I observe handwriting, Angel, why is your handwriting like that? You have scribbled a lot. Except Angel, other students have written it neatly. Why Angel? You have scribbled a lot. I saw your internal, this one, project assignment, class internals. In that you have written it neatly. In this, why have you scribbled? That's a lot of mistakes. They will reduce marks for that. You have to write it neatly. Okay. Fine. Look at this, students. You have to find rate here. Rate is in bracket, right? You tell me what you have to do. How do you eliminate this 3000 first? It will get divided is equal to r by 100 to the whole power 3. Here, do we have any value for our students? Is it possible to take LCM? Inside, no, right? You can take, but we'll do it later. Now 3 is given here. In order to find n, what happens to this 3? It gets shifted to the other side. What do you get? Cube root of 1000 divided by 3000 is equals to 1 plus r by 100. Now this part, 3993 divided by 3000. You have to reduce it. Which timetable can we use? 3 times. How many times it goes? 3, 1 divided by 1000. Now cube root. That should be inside the cube root. What is cube root of 1131? Yes, so you should know the value. If you know, it's very easy. 11 by 10 is the answer you get. Is equals to 1 plus r by r. Even there are two ways to do this. One, you take LCM. If not, shift minus one that side, students. If you shift one that side, what do you get? If you shift it, minus 1 is equals to R by 100. Next, when you take LCM, 11 minus 10 by 10, right? You get 1 by, then this 100 you shift it, multiply. What do you get? R is equal to how many percent? 10%. Understood how to find rate and time? The difference? For rate, you always shift the degree, students. For rate, you shift the degree. For time, we check the degree. Did you all complete? Did you all understand this? Try the next one. Complete, try the next one. That's it. Next, we'll start with decrease and increase. Depreciation and the other one. Completed all of you all done? Yeah, be quick, students. Yeah. When in exam, it shouldn't take more than 1 minute. Look here, 7290 divided by 6250, 1 plus R by 100. Next, which one gets cancelled? 0 and 0. This square goes to the other side, become what's the square root of 729? What's the square root of 729? 27 and 625 is 25. 1 plus r by 100. Okay, you can shift one students. You can shift one and do. When you shift one, that's it. What do you get? That's LCM 27 minus 25 divided by 22 divided by this 100 gets multiplied is equals to r. 25 ones are 25 fours are 4 twos are 8% is the answer. Completed all of you all? But 8%. Okay, that's it. Done. Now, what do you call that? Growth and depreciation. Remember, I think all the students were there. Only Bhargavi was up, joined late. Except Bhargavi, others, do you remember this growth and depreciation concept which I taught? Oh, yes. Bhargavi, remember these two topics. I'll teach you a concept here. What's the usual formula we use, students? Amount is equals to P into 1 plus. Okay, here now growth concept. Growth and depreciation. The meaning of growth is increase, students. What is the meaning of growth? Increase. Depreciation is decrease. In this, there are two things. Look here, let me write future calculation, future or past tense. For past tense, the word used is ago. Okay, and future, what kind of things? After. Population after. You, you know these words, right? You can differentiate. When you tell after, is it future or past tense, students? The word after. After 2 years, after 3 years, after 4 years, right? All this are future. Ago, what do you mean by ago? Past tense. Now this is 2025. If I tell 2 years ago, what do you mean by 2 years ago? Which year? Very good. 2023. If I tell 2 years after or 2 years later, 27. Just yes, remember this concept. After later, it is future, past tense. So you should remember four things here, four words. They are future calculation, past tense, growth and depreciation. Okay, future past tense, growth and depreciation. Now, first, for growth. For growth, what we do is the formula for growth is amount P into you multiply 1 plus R divided by 100 to the whole power n. What are we doing here? We are multiplying the power principle, right? Remember, for growth, you have to multiply, students. Growth, you have to multiply. Next. No, not growth. For after calculation. For after. Growth. See, for growth, whenever the word growth is increase. So what do you do here? Add or subtract? We have to add. Okay. Inside it gets added. Addition. Next. For ago, whenever the word ago is given or past tense calculation, this is future. For future calculation, we do multiply or divide? What do we do? We multiply. Okay, we multiply. Then for depreciation, growth. Okay, you only growth, depreciation. Fine. Next, for ago students, for past tense calculation, we don't multiply. What do we do? Divide. Can you see here? For ago, whenever the word ago or past tense calculation is there, P into we divide. Right? But for growth, what is the sign we put? Plus or minus inside? Plus. Right? See, now you all might get confused. Once you solve, you'll understand. Remember this. Future, ago. Ago is past tense calculation. Past. Next. Depreciation. What do you mean by depreciation? Decrease. Depreciation is decrease. Growth is increase. So for depreciation, if any value depreciates, do you add or subtract, students? Do we add or subtract? Subtract. So look here. After, two words will be mentioned in the question. Depreciation, after word. If these two things are there, P we multiply 1 minus R by 100 to the whole power n. And what will you do for ago? For past tense, depreciation, P divided by whole power n. Make a note of this. I'll just quickly go through. For growth, we increase. For depreciation question, we decrease. For future, we multiply. For past tense, we divide. If you understood this logic, any question, any depreciation and growth question, you'll be able to solve. All of you completed? Done? Okay. At what time you have lunch? At what time, student? Okay, next class I'll conduct at, I will see, 4:30 or 5 will conduct. Then I'll discuss the answer sheet. To discuss answer sheet, 2 hours. We need 2 hours. Okay. Then later evening I'll do triangles and midpoint student. Those who want they can attend evening. After 6 or 7, I'll start triangles. Completed, all of you are done? See, you'll definitely get one question. So choose the main. Choose compound interest main. You'll get easy question. Whatever we have covered so far, based on that you'll get a question. So compound interest, you'll have compound interest. I think mostly factorization question. Along with that, they met you trigonometry or circumference chapter. Now tell me the formula, students. For growth, do you increase or decrease? For future calculation, you multiply 1 plus or minus r by 100 to the power of n. For depreciation, for future you multiply 1 plus or minus minus. For past tense calculation, do you multiply or divide? Divide. 1 plus r by 100, and here it is 1 minus 100. Okay, that's it. Now all you have to do is you have to figure out these words in the question. You have to figure out growth and depreciation, future and past tense. Only this you have to figure out. And that is what they have explained here. You can ignore all this. And look at the way they write, students. Can you see the way they write? How do you have to write it? Can you see here? Population after n years, population after 2 years. Is it clear? Yes. So don't write the way I am teaching. Don't write all those things. You have to write it like this. The formula is same. Population after n years, population n years ago. Value of mission. Fine. Now first question. We'll start from the first one. Read the question. Just pick out the keywords what I told. Increase or decrease. What word is given in the question? A population has how many? A town has how many inhabitants first? 10,025. If the population of the town increase or decrease, what's the word given? Increase. For increase, do we add or subtract? Add. At the rate of, what is the rate given? 4%. Find the number of inhabitants of the town at the end of 3 years. What do you mean by end of 3 years, students? Future or past? Future or past calculation? End of 3 years. See, this is 2025. What do you mean by end of 3 years? Should be 2028, right? So how is this question? Is it past tense calculation or future? It is future calculation. So what you have to do, find the number of inhabitants. What is given here? Find number of, yeah. So just write directly number of inhabitants. Inhabitant is basically population. How many people are increased? Inhabitant. So it is future calculation. For future, do we multiply or divide, students? Multiply. That's it. Is equals to, right? What and all I told you? Multiplication, add or subtract for increase. 1 plus r by 100 to the whole power n. End of 3 years is given. What is the time period? Time period is 3. Yes, that's it. What is P? P is this value. Present value. What is P? 15,025 into 1 plus what is rate? The whole power 3. Calculate it. At the end meaning is forward. What if they tell in the at the beginning of 3 years? What do you mean by beginning of 3 years? It would be past tense calculation. End is we are moving forward towards the end. In the end, towards the end, at the end is all past tense, future tense calculation. So multiply it. Okay, write it neatly, student. This is how you're supposed to write. Don't randomly write some formula and substitute. Right? Inhabitants 15,625. Rate time. Number of inhabitants. Write the formula. Calculate this. What's the LCM you get? Ones are 25. 25, 26 by 25 the whole cube. All of you got the LCM like this. See, this is calculative, students. I'll do it. You can ignore this calculation part. Till here, did you all complete? Did you all understand the logic? After this, how will you solve? 15,625 into how many times you have to multiply? And I've seen students see 25 cube. If they give 25 cube, they'll multiply 25 cube and write the value here. Then they'll try to cancel. That will take too long, students. You won't get right answer. If 25 cube is given, what? How will you split this? How many times? 3 times. Don't multiply and write the value. It's of no use. End of the day, you have to calculate. You have to reduce it. Okay, you reduce all this, you'll get the answer. Let us check. 15,625 into 26 into 26 divided by 25. What's the answer? 17,000. What's the answer we got? 576. They are not 67. 576. Okay. So what is this 17,576 students? Number of inhabitant. Inhabitant is population. Those who are started there. I mean, basically population, number of inhabitants. Can you see the difference from 15,000? After 3 years, it's been increased, right? That's it. Only formula is important. Calculation part, you can do it later, students. Now, read the second question. Pick out the keywords. Tell me whether it is increase or decrease. First thing, increase. I just want you all to pick out the keywords. Increase. Next, whether it is future or past tense. Check and let me know. Which word? Which word indicates future? After 2 years is future, right? Then ago is what? Past tense. See, very simple, students. Take the first question. What do you write here? Its population. What is asked? After 2 years. After 2 years. After 2 years is what? Future, right? You multiply or divide for future. Multiply. So I've written multiplication. Next. What is the word mentioned here? Increase or decrease? The population of a town? Increase. Increase concept. In exam, rate is given. Before writing all this, write rate mentioned. Rate is 10%. What is present population? 300. That will always be this. This is present population, 36,300. If it is increasing, do we add or subtract? 1 plus 10 by 100. So what is the question given here? After 2 years, what will be the time period? Time is 2. That's it. Time is 2. Is this clear? That's it. How do you calculate this? 1 plus, when you take, you get 1 by 10 whole square. 36,300 into 11 by, shall I multiply twice? Now this part is done. Let me write, then later you all can calculate it. Now tell me the second one, population. What will you write for the second one, students? Its population. Its population 2 years. The word ago is given. So do you multiply or divide for ago? Divide p divided by 1 plus or 1 minus for increase. Yeah, it's not decreasing, students. The main word is increase here. 1 plus. 1 plus whole power. What is the time period? 2 or same. Population same. Take the whole population. What's the initial population we have? 36,300 divided by, isn't it 11 into 11 by 10 into 10? Same thing, right? Same thing. Yeah, completed. The same question they had given in previous years. There is chances of asking this population question. 2 years before, 2 years after. That's it. After this, I'll give break. Then we'll start with circumference. Complete calculation. We'll do it later. Skip the calculation. Just take down these points. All of you completed? Understood? Yeah, be quick, students. You take any question, you can try it later. You take any question, you'll be able to solve. Now look at this. What do you get here? How do you calculate this? Two zeros gets cancelled. So into 1 to 120. 363 into 121. 43,923 is the answer. Okay, just a minute. All these cancels are questions are cancelled. Where did I put X mark? Try this question, students. Try this question. Is it depreciation or what? Growth or increase? Depreciation meaning is decrease. So do you add or subtract? Its present value is what? Okay. After 2 years, future or past tense? After meaning. Try the 12th one. Try one question. Use the same concept. Its value after 2 years, write the formula. Its value 2 years ago, write the formula. Completed? So don't revise anything on this chapter, student. Just skip whatever we have done. That is enough. Okay. Don't waste your time. Tomorrow, definitely you all will regret. Once you see the paper, whatever you have studied, only based on that they'll give you. 12th question. Its value after 2 years. Yes, Anya, can you tell me the formula? What should I write here? Value after 2 years, meaning? Yes. Depreciation is how much? Depreciation is addition or subtraction. Okay, what should I write for future? Multiply or divide? Tell me, Anya. For future, do we multiply or divide? After meaning multiply. You're still not confident. You're giving some guessing the answers. 1 plus, 1 plus or 1 minus for depreciation. 1 minus 10 by 100. What is the time period? What the value of P? Present current population. What is given? Current price of the machine. Yes, 64,800. Yeah, and one more thing, students. Is it mission or population? What question is this? Value of a mission, right? Can you see value of mission is given? So don't write P, students. Write P. Instead of P, just write V there. Remember this. For population, use P. For value of mission, use V here. V. Yes. Now what's the answer? 64,800 into. What's the LCM you got for this? Oh, if you add it is 11 by 10. Now we add multiplication question. Put all 11 by 10. Do it properly, students. 9 by 10 square. 64,800 multiply 9 twice, 10 twice. Bhargavi, if you're not sure enough, skip this main. Don't try this. This is depreciation question. Yes, depreciation. And for second part, it should be division. 64, same concept. Take the same value like this. Okay, calculation you can do it later, students. Till here, did you all complete? All of you completed till here? Done? Ignore this calculation, do it later. Last one question, 13th one. They might not ask, but still, I'll just complete. A refrigerator was purchased 1 year ago. When was it purchased? So now, for these type of questions, students, remember in working column, write the years. Just for you all to understand. This is 2025. When did you purchase the machine then? 2000. In 2024, what was the cost price? 20,000. Its value depreciates. What do you mean by depreciate? Increase or decrease? So we know it is decreasing. I'll write it decreasing. Negative sign. At the rate of 15%. Find its present value. So at 2024 it is 2000, 20,000 present value. What do you mean by present value? Future or past calculation? You're moving forward, right? From 24 to 25. So this is the concept, students. It was bought 1 year ago. They're asking the present value. What will be the present value? It should be the future calculation. Or do you multiply or divide? So its present value is equals to P into value is given. Use V. P into 1 plus or 1 minus. So not plus. That's now I told you all. Depreciate. Can you see the word depreciate? Why did you all tell plus, students? Can you all tell me reason why plus? Just because we are moving forward, you all put plus. Then if one student answer plus, immediately rest of them tell the same thing. 1 minus. What is the rate? Okay. Present value. So what is the time period? What do you mean by present value? How many years we are calculating? Only 1 year, correct. From 24 to 25. Is this clear? Did you all understand? See, this is not a direct question, students. It is a tricky one. 20,000 into 1 minus 15 by, okay, 20,000. Is this clear? Make a note of this. Be quick. Make a note of this. So whenever they give this present past tense, 1 year ago, 2 years ago, use this rate concept. Write the number of years. 2024, 25. Don't write that in main column. Write it in the working column. What's the second part of question asked? Its value after 1 year. Present value is what, students? Present value 2000. Its value after 1 year. What do you mean by value after 1 year? 2026 or 27? 20. See, this is 1 year ago. 2024 was 1 year ago. 2025 is present calculation. What else they've asked us to find? Value after 1 year. That is 2000 when? 2026. So which rate will you take? Which rate? This is a tricky one. Which rate will you take? 2025 rate or 24? Which value will you all take, students? See, I'll tell you. This is the difference here. If you take 2024, what's the difference between 2024 and 26? How many years? 2 years. So what will you write the time period as? 2. And what will you take the value as? 20,000. Okay. This is how you solve. If you take this 2025 part, after solving, you get a value here, right? For 2025. If you take 2025 value, what's the difference between 25 and 26? How many years difference? 2025 and 26. Only 1 year, right? Only one. So this is the difference. If you take, better take 2024, take 20,000 itself, but time period will be 2 years. Time period is 2 years. Is it clear? Understood? All of you done? Angel, Abigail, any doubt? Tanya, Kia? Okay, that's it, students. Enough. Take break. We'll continue at 1 o'clock. We'll start circumference chapter. We'll start at 1. No, up to 1-5. Take break up to 1-5, all of you. Yes, students, all of you online. Shall we start circumference? Circumference of a circle. Okay. Delicia, Angel, Bhargavi, Ananya, all online. See, circumference of a circle. Students, the meaning of circumference. See, we take a circle. The outer boundary we call circumference. What do you call the outer boundary? Circumference. Okay. Now, from center, a line which we touch, which touches, we call this as radius. You call radius. And if you touch both from one circumference to another circumference from center like this, we call this as diameter. What do you call? Diameter. So diameter can be straight. Even this is diameter. And diameter will split the circle into how many equal parts? Two equal parts. So yes, if I place a protractor here, remember, imagine this is one protractor, 180 degree, and down there's another protractor, 180. 180 plus 180, 360. What's the total value of a circle, students? Total value of a circle is 360 degree. So first thing, you should know what is radius. Radius will touch the circumference only from center, students, only from center. And we have n number of radius. This is radius. Okay, a circumference is, diameter is nothing but from one end to another end. So diameter is made up of how many radius? Diameter is made up of how many radius? Radius? Yes, diameter is made up of radius. So first thing, in rectangle and in rectangle and triangle also we studied. What do you call the outer boundary for a quadrilateral? We call it as perimeter. Even this is same, but we don't call it perimeter. What do you call? Instead we call circumference. That's it. Okay, circumference. First thing, radius is r. Radius is marked by the word r. Diameter. Diameter is equals to how many radius, students? Diameter is made up of how many radius? Two radius. 2 into r. Diameter is made up of two radius. For example, if the radius is 5 centimeter, what will be diameter value? 2 times of 5 is 10 centimeter. Is this clear? This is the first formula you have to remember. Radius r, diameter 2r. Radius, diameter. Next. Same like other this one, triangle. We had area and perimeter. Right? Here we'll have area and circumference. Area formula is equals to pi r square. Circumference formula or perimeter formula is equals to 2 pi r. This is the formula. What is pi here, students? What's the value of pi? We usually take 3.14. Yes. Remember this. Make a note. R stands for radius here. R is for radius. For circumference, there is two formula. You get 2 pi r. Memorize 2 pi r. Next, what is 2 into r also known as? 2 into r is also known as? What is 2 into r? Also known as diameter. So you can write 2 pi r or you can write pi into d. D stands for diameter. Make a note of this. Radius r, diameter 2r, area pi r square. Circumference is 2 pi r, area pi r square. Look here, you can see the formulas here. Can you see here in textbook? Textbook formula 2 pi r d, sorry, pi into d. Right? What is area of circumference? Area of circle, students. Area of circle is pi r square. Is this clear? Did you all understand? Area of full circle. Just remember these four things. I'll just teach few things. Definitely questions will come based on those things. Okay. Once again, can you all tell me, students, for a full circle, R stands for radius. What is diameter formula? 2r. Be quick. What is area? What is circumference? No. 2 pi r. Area is? See, remember pi r square and 2 pi r. Remember, we used to write units. What is the unit we write for area? Square. So can you see the degree 2? Usually area will be in terms of square, students. Remember that. Circumference is just 2 pi r. Okay. Area is pi r square. Circumference is 2 pi r. This is for half circle or full circle. This is for full circle. Okay. Next. This is full circle concept. Full circle. Next. Half circle. You'll get question based on half circle. What do you also call half circle as? Call it as semicircle. What do you mean by semicircle? You have to divide all the values by 2. Radius will be same, students. If for full circle if radius is 5, even for semicircle radius will be 5. Okay. Let me draw a semicircle here. Can you see, does radius and diameter change? Do you think radius and diameter change here? A value. So radius will be same, diameter also will be same. What is diameter? 2 into 5 is 10. Even here it is 10, right? Right? So remember, radius, diameter will not change for full circle, semicircle. You have only two concepts. Half circle or semicircle, then full circle. Next. But the formula will change for circumference, students. What is actual circumference formula? What is actual circumference? 2 pi r. Take same 2 pi r divided by 2. How many circles we have? How many semicircles we have here? A full circle will have how many semicircle? So just divide by 2. What's the answer? Take area. Even for area is the same thing. What do you do? Pi r square divided by 2. Is this clear? Can you see the formula here? Oh, no. Perimeter is different. So area. Can you see area formula? Half pi r square. Half pi r square. Half pi r square also known as pi r square by 2, students. Pi r square by 2. Okay. For circumference, it is bit different. You call it as circumference or perimeter. You call it circumference or perimeter. In textbook, they have given it as perimeter. It is pi r plus 2r. This is the formula, pi r plus 2r. See, I'll tell you why pi r plus 2r. What do you mean by perimeter, students? What is perimeter? All of you will unmute. Outer boundary, which means you can touch the outer boundary, right? For a circle, do you think you can touch this diameter? Diameter will be inside, right? This diameter red line. You can't touch. You can just touch the outer boundary. That's the reason 2 pi r. But for semicircle, you can touch this outer boundary. What about this diameter part? Can we also touch this diameter? Diameter is made up of how many radius? That's the reason this additional 2r. We add 2r. Did you understand the calculation here? 2 pi r divided by 2 plus 2r. We add this 2r because we can touch even the diameter in a semicircle. Okay, write this. Go through these formulas. After this, you have concentric circle. Two circles together. First, complete this. Full circle, semicircle, then you have concentric circle. That is circle within another circle, like this. So they might ask circumference or perimeter. The name is same. Okay, Anya, you have sent the answer sheet. Have you sent all the questions? Okay, fine. Let me check. And evening 4:30, 5:30, yeah, 4:30 or 5 will start. Then I'll tell you all what are the mistakes you'll have done. Common mistakes. I'll discuss all those. Complete this. So we'll have questions based on this. One full circle and one semicircle, like this. You have even the formulas here. Look at the formulas. Area of semicircle, just divide by 2. Perimeter, pi r plus 2r. Okay, then we have circular ring. When two circles are there together, we call area of circular ring. All this you can skip, students. We'll skip all this sector and all these things. So this is important. Rotation. Hmm. And most of you have gone wrong in that expansion question. A plus b the whole cube. A cube plus 1 by a cube. All of you have gone. Only one student has done it right. I think it was Abigail. Others have done lot of mistakes. Completed. Kia, Dia, done. Put maximum effort, students. Evening and again night I'll conduct. After that, for another 15 days, no tuition. We'll continue next month. Next, when circles are single, we use this formula. When two circles are together, what do you call this as? You call it as circular ring. Circular ring concept. In circular ring, how many circles are there? So let us take the small. First, the big circle. For the big circle, what is area formula? What is usual area formula? Pi r capital R square. For small circle, pi small r square, right? Yeah, this is larger circle and this is the smaller circle, smaller one. Now they'll tell you to find the area difference between them. For difference, do you add or subtract? Do we add or subtract for difference? You subtract, which is greater here, larger circle pi r square minus smaller circle. What is common here? Pi is common. In bracket, what you get? R square minus r square. This is how you solve the question. Is this clear? Formula. Now they'll give you a question, students. The radius of the larger circle is 10. Radius of larger circle is 15. Radius of smaller circle is 10. They'll tell you to find the difference in the area. So how do you solve this question? Pi into 15 square minus 10 square. You can also use a square minus b square here. What is a square minus b square? Just 10 into 15 minus 10. Not 225 minus 100. Pi value is 3.14 into 225 minus 100 is 125. Is this clear? Did you understand? Circular ring concept. Look at this circular ring. Area of circular. What is this? Area of circular ring. Just go through these formulas. Skip all this. Skip all this. Don't need. After your midterm, I'll teach. For final exam, I will complete remaining question. For this exam, what is required? Only that I'll teach. And one more formula I missed out. What is circumference formula, students? What is circumference formula? For a circle, 2 pi. What is 2r also known as? What is 2r? Radius. Sorry, diameter. Into what? Diameter. If I need only pi value, what should I do with this diameter? I have to circumference divided by, I have to divide, right? Diameter. Look at this value. Can you see this formula? First formula. This is how you. So you don't have to uh, memorize this. Remember circumference. Circumference is equals to pi into diameter 2 pi r. Is this concept clear? Formula clear? All of you understood? Next, rotation, students. Rotation of a wheel is important. Rotation made by a wheel. Distance moved by a wheel. Let me take a wheel here. This is a wheel. Fine. What do you mean by revolution? What is revolution? Revolution is one complete one complete turn. One complete turn. So imagine you start at 12 o'clock. Compare this with wall clock. You start at 12. What is one complete revolution, students? From 12 o'clock to morning to night 12. This is how much? One revolution. One revolution. So what are we doing in this one revolution? Basically, we start at 12 o'clock. Where do you walk? On the circumference or inside? On the circumference, right? Imagine you're going to take a walk or run. So you have to travel on the circumference. So basically, for one revolution, how many circumference are we covering? Only one circumference, right? So one revolution is what? One revolution is equals to circumference of a wheel. Circumference of a wheel. That's the formula. For example, we use circumference formula, students. We use circumference formula and we got the answer as 5 kilometers. This entire value is 5 kilometers. Now, what do you mean by one revolution? How much distance you have to cover for one revolution from 12 to how many kilometers will be covered? If the circumference is 5, the revolution also will be. That's the meaning of first one. So distance moved by wheel in one revolution is equals to circumference of the wheel. So whenever the wheel moves one rotation, remember the wheel moves one rotation, that is equals to circumference of the wheel for one rotation. Okay. Now tell me this, students. One revolution is equals to one time the circumference. One time circumference. Fine. The circumference is 5 kilometers. Fine. Now I want to, you want to, if you want to take two rounds, if you want to go 2 rounds, how many kilometers you have to cover for 2 rounds? 10. So how many revolutions are we taking? How many revolutions? Two revolutions. How will you count the calculation? This one, circumference 2 into 5. Can you see? The number of revolution always depends on number of circumference. What about 3 times? If you want to revolve 3 times, if you want to make 3 revolutions, 3 into 5. Very good. 3 times circumference. So the more you increase your revolution, the more the circumference you have to multiply. So your revolution is nothing but wheel. The more the number of times the wheel rotates, the more is the circumference. You have to multiply. Next. Using the same formula, what is here given here? Number of rotation. What's the formula, students? Number of rotation is equals to distance moved by wheel divided by what? Circumference of wheel. Yes, go through this. Other things just ignore. Just these two formulas. Number of rotation made by a wheel. When you talk about wheel, it's the wheel of a car or bike. We use this concept. Okay, there is a chapter called speed and distance. In 10th standard, you'll have the chapter. 10th or I think in 9th, you have that speed and distance. So this formula, you can find the number of distance, kilometers covered, number of distance we travel in car, bike, bus. So number of rotation is equals to distance moved by it in unit time divided by circumference. Shall we start solving the questions? Number of rotation. In between all this you skip. Perimeter, it's very lengthy. We need at least 2 to 3 class. Fine. And there are option students, optional questions. You can skip those in option questions. Now, first thing. First question, we'll do it later. No, we'll complete the first one. A sheet 11 centimeter long and 2 centimeter wide. See, this is a sheet. What's the length of this? 11 centimeter long and how many centimeter wide? 2 centimeter. Circular pieces 0.5 centimeter radius are cut from it to prepare disc. So we don't know how many discs are being prepared. But what is the circumference, student? Diameter of this circular piece? What's the diameter? The meaning is, yeah, see, they have taken a metal plate and they want to cut diameters like this. Like this. Here they want us to calculate how many circles you get. In this entire area, how many circles we get. That's the formula. You can directly use this concept. Fine. I think in some few people, have you seen they when they roll this, what do you call it? For chapati, they do this flour, right? The dough. Have you seen that? Whenever they prepare chapatis and they make some kind of dish, students, they use a glass. Remember, they use a glass and press holes. So in one chapati, this one dough, when you roll it, you'll get different rolls like this. Basically, the same concept. In one metal sheet, how many holes can you make of diameter 0.5 centimeters? Okay, you might get this. They didn't give from past 2 3 years. They haven't given this question. So take down the formula. Number of discs you have to find. What's the formula for number of circular discs? What's the number of circular disc, students? Area? No. Area of given sheet. Area of the metal sheet. So which one is greater here? Which one do you think is greater? Metal sheet is greater or the circumference of circle? Metal sheet is greater. Divided by area of each square. Here you can't take circle, students. What they have done, this circle they have to convert into square. Right? So you don't need to solve those calculations. I'll tell you how to solve. Area of metal sheet. What is this metal sheet? Is it rectangle or circle? I mean rectangle or square? How come square? What is the property of square, student? Square, all the four sides are equal. Here, do you think it is equal? 11 centimeter to multiply. What is the area of rectangle? 11 into 2. Length into breadth. Next. Area of each square. Area of square is nothing but 0.5 centimeter is given, students. This 0.5 you can convert into decimal. When you remove this 0.5, what do you get? 5 divided by? Not 10. 10. 5 by 10. What is 5 by 10? 1 by 2. This is the side of each square. See, this circle they've converted into square. The reason is, look at this circle. What I do, we draw a square like this. On top of this, we draw a square. I'll quickly explain the concept. On each square, remember we draw square, students, on each circle. In the question, what they have given, the diameter of a circle is how much? What is diameter of circle? So when I tell diameter, isn't it this the diameter? A straight line? 0.5. If this is 0.5, what about the outside line, students? All the three lines will be same. All these three lines length will be same. So all these are 0.5, right? If one side is 0.5, what about other side of a square? 0.5. So that's the reason when diameter is given, you can directly take square concept. Area of sheet divided by area of each square. So instead of multiplying 0.5, you can even use 0.5 here. No problem. It's the same. Instead of doing this, what they have done, 11 into 2 divided by 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. Can you see the calculation here? Is this clear? Did you understand? All of you? After this, other things will solve, student. Just go through this, complete it. Area of rectangle divided by area of circle. Yes, tell me, Abigail. Which formula? Number of? Okay. What's the doubt in that? Number of circular discs is equal to area of given sheet. What is the sheet we have? Okay, this is not clear. Same formula here. The same formula. Can you see here? Tell me this. Number of what they've asked us to find. Find the number of. Calculate. What they've asked here, Abigail. Calculate number of disc they've asked. Just write normal disc. Number of disc or circular disc is equals to. Ignore this. Ignore this. What is given? Area of. What are the two things given here? Area of metal sheet, right? Yes. Area of what? Given sheet. Or instead of given sheet, what you can write here? What is given here? A sheet is given. Divided by this circle. What did we convert this circle into? This circle we converted into what? Square. Isn't it the diameter and the each side value is same? 0.5. So what do you write here? Area of each square sheet. Area of given sheet divided by area of each square. Each square sheet. So the concept is in a given sheet, how many circles will it hold? That's the concept. How many circles will it hold? We are converting into square. So directly take down this formula, students, right? 11 into 2 divided by 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. The question will be same. If they give it for exam, the question will be same, only the values will be different. Is this clear? All of you understood? Okay, what if they give diameter 2 centimeter, students? What if they give diameter instead of 0 point, if they give 2 centimeter, then what will be the area? Even the side also will be 2 centimeters, right? Diameter is 2, the side value also will be 2. So you have to write 11 into 2 here, multiplied by 2 into 2. Area of square will be 2 into 2. So number of disk is equals to area of given sheet divided by area of each square sheet. And this mostly they might give this for MCQ students. Learn it. Learn this. They might give it for MCQ. So 11 into 2. 11 twos are 22. Divided by 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 is 1 by 4. What's the answer? 22 into 4 is 88, right? That's what they've given, 88. Okay, shall we try the next one? Shall I erase this? Yeah, be quick. Just copy the same thing, students. Study the same one from textbook, what they've given. Area of triangle, rectangle divided by area of square is the concept. From the second onwards, you all have to explain. Read the second question. What you have to find? Find what? Area of radius. What is radius given? Now you all tell me. What is circumference formula? 2 pi r. What is area formula? See, now I'll tell you one thing, students. Don't give wrong formulas. Go through this. Look at the textbook. Open your textbook. Check this and tell me. No problem. This is the first time we are studying. Just look at the formula and tell. 2 pi r and pi r square is correct, right? Now, what is pi value we have to take, students? What's the value of pi we take? Okay, I'll tell you one thing. For pi, there are two things. One, you can take 22 by 7, right? The actual concept is 22 by 7. Okay, if you divide 22 divided by 7, what do we get? 3.28. So usually we take only 3.14. What are the two values we take? 22 by 7 or 3.14. I'll tell you when to use. If not, you won't get the answer. Now, first question, circumference. 2 into. Pi value, I'll tell what to write. Radius. What is radius given? 17.5. If it is 17.5, what should I write? 175 by 10. Right? Now, 3.5 or 22 by 7. What should I write? See, I'll tell you. If I put 22 by 7 here and 3 into 3.14 into 175 by 10. Which one is easy to calculate, students? Can we reduce 7 and this one? 7 twos are 14. 7 fives are 35. 2 ones are 2 fives are correct. 5 ones are 5 fives are. What are the values left? 5 into 110. Is this clear? Did you understand? If I take instead of 22 by 7, if I take 3.14, which one takes more time to calculate? Decimal value take more time. So here which one we use? Decimal or fraction value? Here which value did I use? Decimal or fraction? Fraction. I'll tell you when to use decimal value 3.14. Imagine the question is like this. The radius they have given 100. Radius is 100. So what should I write in place of r? 100. All of you will concentrate. Concentrate. Important topic. If not, you'll end up getting wrong answer. Now, pi value, students. What should I take pi value? If I take 22 by 7, you think we can cancel 7 and 100? Right? So what should I take instead of 22 by 7? 3 point. Now multiply 3.14 into 100. What do you get? 314. So the answer is 628. Understood the concept, students? Do you understand the difference? To use 20 years. Now complete this question. I've given both. Try this question. Try circumference area. Mostly these type of questions only they'll give 2 or 3 marks question. Okay. Even this is moderate level, not that tough, moderate level. The problem is we didn't have time for revision. Other chapters, easy chapters, we were covering. Okay, but after midterm, I'll try to complete the full chapter before final exam. Okay, maximum 2 or up to 2:15 I'll conduct students. If anything is left, we'll do it evening. Seven ones are 7 twos are 14, 35 times, 25 times. 2 ones are 2 5s are 5 ones are 5 5. The first one I'll do 22 into 5 is 110 centimeter or meter, centimeter. You all try 5 r square. R is 175 into 175, multiply twice. What should I take here? 3.14 or 22 by 7? 22 by 7. And even the cumulative frequency, all of you have made mistake. You are taking wrong values for the table, students. This one. That one anyway. We are going to do the paper, right? I'm going to do the solve the paper. Okay, that time I'll do it. See, all this I should have done. So it was your mistake. Friday, Saturday, if you all sent me, yesterday itself I'd have revised the entire answer sheet. All of you have taken it for granted. Now see, there is no time. I would have easily completed triangles and midpoint. Yesterday itself I'd have discussed the answer sheet. So if you all don't do the answer sheet, what's the point of discussing? Only if you all write, you will get to know, right? Fine. What's the answer you got? 7 ones are 25. Multiply all this. Okay, just ignore this. Did you understand till here? Completed? Fine. This part I'll do it because it's lengthy time. It's time taking. In exam, you'll calculate. What's the answer you got? 96,250. 96,250. But this is wrong answer. Why is it wrong? No. 175. How many decimal it has? 17.5. You're not supposed to take 175. You're supposed to take how many decimal numbers are there total? 2. How many decimal number you have to place back? The final answer 962.5. 962.5. See, if you're getting confused, 175 by what I should write, students? Divided by 10 and 10, right? So 9,260 like this divided by how much? 100? 1 0 and 1 0 gets cancelled. Then when you use shifting method, what do you get? 962 point. Okay, if you write 96,000, wrong. We have decimal value calculation. Okay. Fine. One more thing I'll tell you. I explained clearly when to use 22 by 7, 3.14. Usually in question, students, if you want to use 3.14, they will clearly mention. Can you see this third question? What they've told? Take by as? Yes. In the previous question, did they mention anything? So usually what you take, if they don't mention, you have to take it as? If they tell 3.14, you have to take 3.14. Sometimes they won't even mention. For both, they won't mention. Then I taught you the concept. As per the calculation, you take and solve it. Next. And even yesterday, there was one question. Root 3 is equals to root 3 by 2 is equals to 120. Some question like this, students. X is equals to, remember this. If you want to find the value of x, like this, x into 3. If you want to find the value of x, which one gets multiplied? 2 goes to the other side. And what you divide? Nobody used factorization or rationalization concept. What you all have done is 120 into 2, you have multiplied 240. Root 3, you have written 1.73. Practically, it's not possible. It will take a lot of time. I think you all have used calculator. I'll tell you, when evening when I solved this one question, nobody has used rationalization method. No, I think Ananya used it, right? Only one student, Ananya. How is it possible, students? 240 divided by 173. It takes lot of time to calculate whenever there is decimal. I think you'll have used calculator and written the direct answer. You're not supposed to do like that. If there is irrational number, how do you solve this? 120 into, how do you multiply? Root 3 into, so 120 into 2 into root 3. What is root 3 into root 3? 3. 3 ones are 3 how many times? 42s are 80 into 1.73, which is easy to calculate. 120 divided by 1.73 or 80 into 1.73. Into 1.73. Remember, for multiplication, decimal is easy, students. When you divide, it is very tough. It is not that easy. And easily I can figure out because I'm used to all this calculation thing. Nobody can that easily solve this 1.73 concept. See, how will you solve? If you want to solve 1.73, first you have to remove the decimal 120 divided by 173 divided by 100. This 100 will go top. You get 1, 2 like this divided by 173. And that would take lot of time. Instead of calculating like this, use rationalization. So much you have taught, and again you'll have used the normal method. Okay, we'll try the next one. Don't repeat the same mistake. Wherever required, rationalize. Third question, what are we supposed to find? Circumference. What's the formula for circumference? 2 pi r. And is semicircle given or full circle? Is any word semicircle given? No. If semicircle is given, use semicircle. Remember that. All these are easy. 6, 7, 8 will solve all those questions. Next, what is area? Formula? Pi r square. What is radius given? 50. Let me take circumference. Circumference is equals to, they have asked us to take what? 3.14. See, why 3.14, students? If you take 22 by 7, this 7 can be cancelled? No. Complete. How can I write 3.15 as? How can I write 3.15? Oh, sorry, 3.14. Can I write 314 divided by? Complete. Do however you want. Try circumference and area, complete it. Okay, as of now, what they have given as students? Circumference, area, radius value. What value they have given? Both the questions they have given only radius, right? Next, you'll have questions where they'll give circumference and area. We have to find radius. You have those type of questions. What is Delisha doing? Are you solving? Delisha, Dia? Is Dia online? So you can reduce 5 threes are 5, 20. 2 ones are 2 tens are. Multiply 3 into 314 divided by 10. Use shifting method. Yes. You got 942, right? 942. 96. Where did you go wrong, Bhargavi? Always divide by hundreds to remove the decimal. It is easy to calculate. Bhargavi, tell me this calculation. 5 into how many times? Okay, 2 ones are 2 how many times? 250 times. Then 5 8 tens are. Multiply this. How much is 314 into 3? 942 divided by 10. Shifting method 94.2. Don't reduce 10 students. You reduce 10, again you have to solve a lot. Okay, 94.2. Find area. Quickly find area. Take pi as 3.14. And what's the unit we write for perimeter? What's the unit we write? Degree should be 1 or 2 for perimeter. 1 circumference also 1 student. Circumference and perimeter is same. Area. Complete area. A is equals to pi r square 3.14 into 15 into 15. 314 divided by 100 into 15 into 15. Five threes are 520s are 4s are. Okay. How many times 4 goes? Okay, 2 tables. You get one. Yeah, 4 doesn't get cancelled. 157 into 3 into 3 divided by 2, right? Yeah. Multiply all this, divide by 2 students. You will still get decimal value. Okay, 706.5. So as of now, only radius. Fine. Next question, you'll have circumference and area given. We have to find radius. Same like rectangle. Whatever we studied in rectangle, square, parallelogram. Okay. So night once again go through all the formula students. Equilateral, isosceles, rectangle, square, parallelogram. Shall we try the next one? All of you completed? Okay, multiply this later, students. Multiply later. Did you understand the concept? Concept is important. Calculate it later. We'll try the next one. Kia, Angel, any doubts? Did you all understand this? Is Kia online? Kia is not responding. What is Kia doing? Is Kia online? Not Dia, Kia. What are you doing, Kia? You're not there in the meeting. Next, fourth question, students. What is given fourth question? See, this is the question I was talking about. What is fourth one? The circumference is, what is circumference? 120, 132.2. Circumference value is given. What do we need to find? We need to find radius and area. Next, what the effect of area if circle is, sorry, if radius is double. That will do it later. First, we'll complete this. See, here radius is not given. Circumference. If circumference is given, use circumference formula. What is circumference formula? 2 pi r. Left hand side, 2 pi r is equals to 123.2. Fine. Here have they told us to use 3.14, anything like that, students? Unmute and answer. Did they tell us to use pi value? If they don't give, what do we take? 22 by. So 2 into 22 by 7 into r is equals to how much? I'll divide it. Now if I want to find radius, tell me which one will get multiplied and which one will get divided. Be quick. 7 will get multiplied and 2 into 22 will get divided. Complete it till here. Calculation, I'll do it. Write it till here. So they'll give circumference, find area and radius. Sorry, radius and yes, area. Okay. Calculate all this. Let us check how much you get. 1232 into 7 divided by 2. What's the answer we get, students? Radius you get it as 19.6. 19.6. Now use this 19.6 and find area. What is area formula? Area of a full circle? Pi r square. So again 22 by 7 into 19.6, write it as 196 by 10 into 196 by 10. It's a lengthy calculation. Look, they have told us to round off to the nearest centimeter, which means you get it in decimal. Make a note of this. I'll calculate 22 into 196 into divided by 700. Okay, for this, what's the answer we get, students? What's the answer? 1207.36. Round it up and write 1207. 1207. Second part of question. You just learn how to solve. Calculation part, they might give different questions. You can calculate it later. 1207. Area is centimeter square. Completed. Shall we solve the third part? All of you understood this? Circumference to radius. Using radius, use area. So just remember these questions, students. Don't practice later. Just revise this once enough. The effect of area on the circle if radius is double. What they have asked here, effect of what? Effect of what? Effect of area. When which one is doubled? Radius. See, for this I'll give you a formula. Effect of area, which means they've asked what will be the difference in size of area when radius is doubled. When radius is not doubled, it is just r. What do you mean by radius is doubled? How many times it becomes? It becomes 2r. So the formula for this is effect in area is original area divided by change in area. Divided by what? Change in area. So original area formula we have, original area formula pi r square. What is change in area, students? What they have told here, when radius is doubled. So for original area, what is radius? We take only r. For when radius is doubled, in place of r, what you write? In place of r, you write 2r. Is this clear? Did you understand? Effect of area, students. Effect of area is original area divided by change in area. So the change in area is nothing but 2r. In place of r, you write 2r. Now what do you get for this? Pi r square as it is. Open the bracket for this. What is 2r the whole square? Tell me what is 2r the whole square? 4 r square. Which one gets reduced here, students? Which one gets cancelled? Pi and pi. Next, r square. And so what's the answer? The answer is 1 by 4. This is the answer, 1 by 4. So the effect of area is 4 times. Can you see here? What's the original value? 1. What is the change in area? How many times? 4 times. So 1 by 4 is the answer. Change in area is 1 by 4. Other two questions, then we'll continue later. Evening, we'll continue evening. Evening, what time shall I conduct? 4:30 or 5? 4:30. All of you completed? Got the answer? Okay, now just have lunch, take rest, students. Don't study, don't practice anything. We'll start at 4:30 or mostly 5 o'clock. Okay, 5 to 7. I need at least 2 hours to solve the test paper. Or by 6:30, 1.5 hours is enough. Don't need 2 hours. By 1.5 hours, all main points I'll discuss. 5 to 6:30. Test paper. Previous year test paper. Along with that, whatever I said, test paper. Okay, so it might go up to even 7:30. I mean 7 o'clock, 5 to 7. Then remaining after this, students, till here whatever we have done, you will be able to solve the question even if you skip triangle and midpoint. Okay, but what I'll do after that, I'll give break. 7:30 I'll start triangle midpoint. Whoever wants can join. If you want to study on your own, you can study. Fine. Triangle and midpoint. Okay. So 7:30, it may take 1.5 hours, students, up to 9. Later you all can revise. 9 of after 9 you can revise. Night and even morning you all can revise. Fine. Even triangles and midpoint, students. Only the important ones I'll solve. You'll definitely get questions from that. So it is your wish. If you attend important questions, I'll solve. If not, if you want to study on your own, you can study. No problem. Is this clear? Did you all understand, all of you all? I have written the timing, students. So now another 10 minutes will end the class. Up to 5 o'clock, have lunch and better sleep. Sleep at least for 1 hour. If not, you won't be able to concentrate evening. Okay, evening you all will feel drowsy. Evening or night class, 7 o'clock class, you will feel drowsy. You won't be able to concentrate. Okay, next question. See, the length of the rope by which a cow must be tethered. See, this is a field, students, field, and in center a rope is tied. A rope is being tied here. The cow has to graze this circumference, and the length of rope is this. This is length of rope. A cow has to graze. So, in which direction the cow will move? What do you call this outer direction as? In a circle, what do you call this outer one? Not diameter. Outer one is circumference. Perimeter or circumference. Okay. The cow is tied to a rope, students. The rope is tied in between, center. And what do you call this distance from the center to circumference? Length, radius. So basically, the length of rope is nothing but, what do we need to find here? Radius. That is what they asked. Find the length of rope. That is radius. We need to find radius here. Radius. It may be Anya. Who is it shouting? Anya or Kia? Mute the call, students. Okay, look here, concentrate here. We need to find the radius, that is known as length of the rope. Find the length of rope by which a cow must be tethered. Tethered is tied. It has to go around circumference in order that it may able to graze an area of, what's the area given, students? Area of, what's the area value? Area is equals to 9,856. We need to find radius. What is length of rope is nothing but radius. Length of rope is equals to radius. Take it as radius. Find R. Take area formula. What is area of a circle? Pi r square 9856. We need to find r square. Keep r square as it is. 9856 divided by pi. What is pi value? You take it as 22 by 7. Which one gets divided and which one gets multiplied? 7 gets multiplied and 22 gets divided. Wait, let me divide it directly. This is the concept here. So whenever this you get this rope question, length of rope is nothing but radius. Use area formula, find radius. Look here, 9856 divided by 22. If you divide by 22, you will get 448. Let me write 448. Into 7, I have kept as it is. Okay, in exam you can't use calculator. You get 448. Reduce 22 and 9856, students. You get 448 into 7. We just need radius. What happens to the square? It becomes square root. So which one needs a pair, students? We have 7 here. Which one needs a pair? 7 needs a pair. Take 448 and divide by 7. What do you get? 7 6 are 42. How many times? 64 times. So what do you get here? 64 into 7 into 7. How can I split 64? Very good. 8 into 8 into 7 into 6. And I saw you all answering. All of you have improved. Ananya's answers were good. Angel, Bhargavi also had done well. Usually, no, Abigail, Angel, usually they'll write well. This time Ananya has improved. She's done well. Bhargavi's answers are right. Even Tony Tony is not present, right? No. Tony and what's the other student's name? Island. Usually, lot of mistakes. Tony used to do mistake, but this test satisfies students. You'll have done each and every step. You'll have written. Okay, calculate this. 8 into 7. What's the radius you get? 56. So length of the rope is 56 meters. Okay. Later I'll check. I'll check how Kia is done. Kia, Dia, Anya, Delisha. I have no idea. Seriously, no idea what is going on. What you'll have done, students. Only if I check your papers, I'll get to know. And Abigail incomplete. Abigail. Only 3 mains I could correct. Remaining you should send it. See, you done. Have you done or you have to start? Okay, complete that. If I have time, I'll correct. If not, while discussing, you have to correct it. Yeah. Mostly, I won't have time, students. Even I should have lunch. I need to go out. Okay, be quick. Complete this. Fine, enough. Then perimeter. Can you see a semicircle is given, students? Other question. Area is given. What do you have to calculate? Radius and circumference. Next, seventh question. Area of what? Semicircle. Semicircle is what? Remember the formula I told you? Area is pi r square. What will be the area for semicircle? You have to divide by 2. No, no, 2. For perimeter, it is different, Ananya. The perimeter. Go through that formula. You can try the 6, 7, 8 later, students. 6, 7, 8. Other things just ignore. Other things you ignore. Then there is one question here. These questions are important. We'll do evening. Pi r square question. Yeah, this one. 22, 23 is important. We'll do it later. Not 22, 23. 16th question. All of you completed this one? Done? Clear? Okay. 6, 7, 8. You all try, students. Try to solve. Areas given. Use the formula. Now, before joining 5 o'clock class, have lunch, take rest. At least half an hour. Spend half an hour on this topic. Try those 3. I'll try this. I'll do this one question. What is the area of circular ring? Formula I gave you. Area of circular ring. Capital pi r square minus small r square. What is common here? Into r square minus r square. See, this question they have given in your previous year. 3 marks question. Find the area of what? Find the area of ring whose outer and inner radii are what? 19 and what is capital R value? 19. What is small r? 16. The formula use the same concept. Pi into 19 square minus 16 square. See, and one more thing they have told us to use. They didn't tell us to use 3.14, right? Then what do you take pi value, students? What pi value? There you go. Into. If you know 19 square, use it. 16 square. If not, what's the other concept to use? A plus b into. Yes, look at 22 by 7 into. What is 19 plus 16? You get 35. I'll write 35. 19 minus 16 is 3. So 7 ones are 7 fives are 35. What's the answer? 22 into 5 into. Complete one question. Yes, complete this. That's it. Enough in circle. Remaining one or two will solve using previous year question. Take down this question. Okay, it's almost 2:15. We'll stop. Log in at 5 o'clock, students. Log in at 5. So don't miss evening class. Yeah, don't miss evening class. That question paper is very important, which you're going to solve evening. Okay. If you want triangle chapter also, you skip student. Night 7 o'clock, if you want, you can skip that. You might hardly get 5 marks. But this evening class is very important. All of you are completed. Okay. That's it for this session.